very much. I'm George Burns. Better known as Gracie Allen's husband. For the benefit of those, you're surprised the way I look, huh? After listening to me in radio for years, you expected to see some broken down old man, huh? I'm glad I didn't disappoint you. For those who have never seen me, I am what is known in show business as a straight man. You know what a straight man is? I'll tell you. The comedian gets a laugh, then I look at the comedian, and then I look at the audience, like this. That is known as a pause. If I must say so myself, I'm famous for my pauses. And when I'm really rolling, this is one of my ad-libs. And there's another thing a straight man has to know. Has to repeat everything the comedian says. For instance, supposing Gracie should say, funny thing happened on the streetcar today. I say, a funny thing happened on the streetcar today? Naturally, her answer gets a scream. And then I do one of my famous pauses. I've been a straight man for so many years that from force of habit, I repeat everything. I went out fishing with a fellow once, and he fell overboard, and he hollered, help, help, help. And I said, help, help, help. While I was waiting for him to get his laugh, he drowned. So you see, to be a straight man, you got to have a talent. You got to develop this talent. And then you got to marry her like I did. Well, enough about me. Now I want you to see our house. We have a garden in the back, little hedges around the window. We live in Beverly Hills. House is all paid for. Oh, there's Gracie. That's my Gracie. That's my razor, too. You know, I got it. Oh, here come the Mortons. They live right next door to us. That's our neighbors, the Mortons. Well, you met them and you met Gracie. Now I'd like to have you meet Bill Goodwin. He's been with us for years. And you know, I think I can safely say that Bill Goodwin is America's most loved announcer. That's Bill Goodwin. Women will be the death of that guy. But what a way to go. Oh, look, book salesman coming up our street, stopping at our house. Wonder if he's silly enough to try to sell Gracie a book. Yes, he is. If he was smart, he'd turn around and run. You've heard of that play, The Death of a Salesman? Trying to sell something to Gracie is what killed him.
Good morning, madam. I'd like to...
What's your name?
Jones.
What's your first name?
Charles.
Well, Charlie Jones, it's good to see you again.
I don't understand, madam.
Well, if the neighbors see me talking to a stranger, they'd gossip.
What?
Yeah, come on in, Charlie.
What a lovely home you have here.
Well, thank you.
Now, madam, if you'll just allow me 2 minutes...
Charlie, don't be so formal. Call me Gracie. Now, sit down.
Thank you.
Now, tell me all about your wife and children.
Oh, I haven't any wife.
Oh, tell me about your children then.
Well, madam, I'm here to tell you about this amazing 2-volume set of books.
Well, you'll find they won't comfort you in your old age like children would. But tell me about them anyway.
Oh, thank you. This is Dr. Gumpert's new encyclopedia, and it belongs in your home.
Oh, no. If it's Dr. Gumpert's, it belongs in his home.
No, you see, that's just the name. I'm selling these encyclopedias, and a beautiful home like yours should have them. Here.
Oh, my, it's nice and heavy.
Yes. As an intelligent, progressive woman, you, of course, know that Dr. Gumpert's new encyclopedia is more than just the world's handiest reference guide. It's an essential part of your life, a necessity, a cultural asset that will add dignity and distinction to your domicile.
Oh.
Did I say something funny?
Well, I don't know, but I'm not taking any chances.
Madam, I want you to just look at these illustrations.
Oh, my, they are interesting.
Oh, by the way, these books would make a wonderful birthday present for your father there.
Oh, that's not my father. That's my husband.
Oh, forgive me.
Oh, that's all right. My father wouldn't mind. Although he's a much younger man.
Younger than your husband?
Oh, sure. When I met George, he was 30. But when I met my father, he was only 24.
Well, I see. But anyway, you need these books to keep well informed. Why, do you know the average person can't even remember what's in yesterday's newspaper?
Well, I do. The garbage. I wrapped it myself. Well, you look tired.
I suddenly feel tired.
Oh.
I think I better go.
Oh, no, don't go. I want to show you a couple of my favorite books. Now, this is my very, very favorite. This one.
Oh, yes. A report on the sheep raising industry? This is your favorite.
Yeah, well, look inside.
Oh, there's some flowers pressed in here.
Mm-hmm. The first time my husband ever called on me, he brought me those flowers.
Oh.
Now, look at this one.
This one won't open.
He brought me candy, too.
I think I had better go.
Oh, well.
Madam, it really has been charming. And if I ever pass your house again, I'll make sure I do.
Now, that's a promise. I'll show you to the door. Well, goodbye, Charlie.
There goes Mr. Jones. I don't want you to think that that happens to every salesman who talks to Gracie. Some of them have a miserable time. And now I'd like to introduce a wonderful vocal group. I ought to know because singing is my real racket. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the Moon Miss. There they are.
Big-bee-doo-bee-doo-bow. 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 Here's a dance you should know. When the lights are down low, grab your baby, then go. You do the hucklebuck, do the hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, boy, you're out of luck. Push your partner out, then you hunch your back. Start a little movement in your sacroiliac. Wiggle like a snake, waddle like a duck. That's the way you do it when you do the hucklebuck. Hey! Hucklebuck, do the hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, you're out of luck. Push your partner out, then you hunch your back. Start a little movement in your sacroiliac. Wiggle like a snake, waddle like a duck. That's the way you do it when you do the hucklebuck. That's the way you do it when you do the hucklebuck. Do the hucklebuck.
Tell you something, kids, that was great.
Thank you very much.
Loved every minute of it.
Thank you.
Loved your style, your moving. It's just fine.
Thank you.
And your harmony is nice, too.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I was thinking how much better it would sound if you would add a baritone.
That's a wonderful idea.
Did you ever hear me sing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was saying with a baritone it would be better.
That's a wonderful
right.
idea, yes.
You heard me sing.
Yes,
Yes,
you
we
have.
I can keep this up as long as you can.
Well, I don't know how to say this, Mr. Burns, but we just as soon not sing with you.
Somebody who doesn't know how to say it just said it fine. But before you make this conclusive, I'd like to tell you a little story. Years ago, I got a job in radio, and I worked for a fellow, Sam Brown, like you kids are working for me. And he wanted to do something with me like I want to do something with you. And I said no to him like you're saying no to me. Next day, I had no job. Any questions?
Well, it's a funny thing, but we just thought of a number we could do with you.
I knew you'd find a number. Now, what do you think we ought to do?
Let's sing April Shower.
April Shower?
Yes,
That'd be
why
fine.
don't you do a solo on it?
Solo?
Yeah,
We do a solo and you
That's
background.
right, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, now get around me. But keep the background down.
All right.
Low. One tone higher than Jolson uses. When April showers.
When April showers may come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May.
And when it's raining.
And when it's raining, have no regrets because it isn't raining rain. You know it's raining violets.
And when you see
And when you see clouds upon the hill, you soon will see crowds of daffodils.
so. So keep
looking for a bluebird and listening for his song. Whenever April showers come along.
Pretty. And Paley wasn't going to let me sing. Oh, it's Gracie. I wonder where she's going. Oh, over to the Mortons.
Well, Blanche Martin, what a coincidence. I just went to your house.
But, Gracie, this is my house.
Yeah. Oh, well, come on in.
Excuse me just a minute. I want to go turn off the oven.
All right. I'm going to take Clara Bagley to the doctor's. Why don't you come along, Blanche?
Oh, I'd love to, but Harry's coming home to lunch.
Oh, here, let me fix those peaches
All right.
for you.
Just one for me.
All right.
Two for Harry.
Yes.
Oh, Gracie, there's a new Gregory Peck picture opening tonight. Let's go after dinner, huh?
Oh, I'd love to. I'm crazy about that man.
Oh, me too. Let's make our husbands go with us. Maybe some of Gregory Peck will rub off on them.
Hey, maybe that's an idea.
Oh, I wonder what it's like to be married to Gregory Peck. I'll bet half the women in the country would like to know.
Yes. Too bad he isn't Artie Shaw and we don't know.
Give Harry lots of juice.
All
He
right,
likes
I
lots
am.
of juice.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Harry.
Hi, honey.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Gracie.
Hello, Harry.
Missed you this morning.
You missed me just now, too.
Well, what do we got for lunch? I'm just starving. How was down in the office? How was work? Gracie, what are you doing?
Well, you can't eat these peaches. It's 12 o'clock.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, it says right on the can. Should serve from 2 to 4. Well, I've got to go to the doctor's. I'll see you later.
Gracie, what's the matter with Clara?
Oh, she's having dizzy spells.
Oh, that's terrible. I've had those.
Oh, really? Well, I guess I'm just lucky. I've never been dizzy. What's the matter, Harry? Bones?
Yeah, the water's full of them.
Well, now, right after dinner, we're going to the movie.
Okay, Gracie.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, dear.
I am not going to the movies with Gracie.
Why not?
She embarrasses me.
Oh.
Last time we went, the usher said, "Would you mind sitting down in front?" She said, "We can't. We bend the other way."
All right, so she's not an Einstein. But the luckiest day of George's life was when he fell in love with her and married her.
I happen to know that it was Gracie who fell in love with George. And what's more, it was love at first sight.
It had to be. Who could look at him a second time? Looks like he took dope.
He said I do, he did.
Now, I don't want to hear another word about Gracie.
Gracie.
I'm very fond of her.
Fond.
She's nuts about me.
She's nuts.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, we're not going to the movie with Gracie.
Oh, yes. yes, we are.
Oh, no, we're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
Blanche, raising your voice is not going to do a bit of good. I've made up my mind. We are going to the movie.
Oh, yes, we... Oh, we're going.
Oh.
How to do better yet.
Well, a little more plot. It's now 3 hours later, but I gotta tell you a story about the Mortons. You see, I'm supposed to open the door for Gracie. I'll be right back.
George!
I'm coming.
Oh, George! Come on! Hurry up! Where were you?
Talking to some people.
Oh.
Shopping, huh?
Uh-huh.
Certainly bought a lot of stuff. Well, what'd you do today?
Well, I went to Clara Bagley's. I went with her, to the doctor. She went for an examination.
Oh?
But the minute I got in his office, I knew he wasn't any good.
Who, the doctor?
Yes.
Is that so?
All his patients were sick.
You're very observing.
Yes. He had a beautiful blonde nurse, and even she was sick.
The nurse was sick, too?
Mm-hmm. She kept begging him to take her appendix out.
The nurse wanted her appendix taken out?
Yeah, every time she went into his private office, I could hear her saying, "Now, doctor, please cut it out."
What was the matter with Clara that she had to go see a doctor?
Well, I think it was to have the dents taken out of her knees.
She had dents in her knees?
Yeah, because when I looked in the office, he was pounding them out with a little rubber hammer.
I'll explain that to you later.
Oh, and while she was in the office, I was in the waiting room, and I cheered up all the patients.
I knew that you would, yes.
Oh, there was one poor little boy all alone. I felt so sorry for him. I brought him around and made everybody shake hands with him.
That made him feel better.
Oh, sure, he almost forgot he had the measles.
Your friendliness was very contagious.
See, now, I think I'll change those over here. Oh, thank you, dear. And I helped the nurse, too. I answered the phone for her.
I say.
Somebody called and wanted to know if a man 85 years old could have rickets. And I said, oh, sure, let him have all he wants as long as he chews them well.
You were a big help down there.
Oh, yes. Oh, and then there was a doctor in the next office whistling.
Whistling,
Yes,
yes.
and the nurse told me that was Dr. Brown, the famous obstetrician. She said that last year he had 260 babies, and I said, well, I bet his wife isn't whistling.
Gracie, you're absolutely remarkable.
Oh, thank you. But I guess I get it from my mother.
Oh.
Oh, there was a woman. She had something that nobody else ever had.
I know, I married it.
What did you say?
Nothing. I said, you see, it's the echo in the room. The acoustics here are very, very good. It's, Gracie, hold it. What are you going to do with those?
I'm going to throw them out, of course.
Oh, well. What can I do? Hello. Oh, hello, Harry. The girls want us to go to a movie. But, Harry, I've got 2 tickets. We're supposed to go to the fights. Look, after dinner, you and Blanche come over here. I'm sure I'll be able to think of something. Okay, so you had a little argument. There's someone at the door. You just come over after dinner. I'll fix it. Goodbye.
Oh, hi, George.
Well, come on in.
How are you?
Glad to see you.
Thanks. Well, how's the old golf swing? You playing much?
Oh, haven't been playing.
Bill?
I'm glad you dropped over.
Yeah?
I want you to do me a favor.
What?
Will you take Gracie and Blanche Morton to a movie tonight?
Gracie and Blanche? 2 married women?
It's a favor to me.
Oh, I couldn't, George. I just wouldn't be fit company. I'm a nervous wreck.
What's the matter?
George,
Yeah?
did you ever fall 10,000 feet?
Why, no.
9,000?
No.
How about 8?
No.
Well, how'd you get this way?
Get on with your story.
Well, I'll tell you. You know that little 2-seater plane that I fly?
You mean that little yellow
The little
one?
yellow one.
Yeah,
Well, listen.
yeah.
This afternoon, I'm sitting at the controls, see? And I realize I'm out of gas.
What'd you do?
I grabbed the microphone. I grabbed the microphone,
Yeah.
called the tower. I said, Goodwin to Tower, Goodwin to Tower, do you read me? And they said, Tower to Goodwin, go ahead. So I said, are you reducing tooth decay with Dr. Wilson's toothpaste?
That's what you said, huh?
Well, George, anytime I get near a microphone, I can't think about anything else. Now I look to the right of me, there's a mountain.
Come on.
I look to the left, there's a beautiful blonde.
A blonde?
I never fly alone.
I forgot.
Now I look under the seat.
Under the seat.
No parachute.
What'd you do?
I grabbed the microphone again.
Microphone,
I
yes.
said, Goodwin to Tower, Goodwin to Tower, do you read me?
Yeah.
I said, Tower to Goodwin, go ahead. I said, Dr. Wilson's is a grand wake-up toothpaste. It tastes delightful, leaves your teeth bright and sparkling and your mouth feeling fresh and clean.
Every time you get near a microphone.
Isn't it murder?
Murder, yeah, well,
I'm sitting there. The wings are out
the
here.
mountain on one
gas gauge
side,
is here.
blonde on the
Down,
other.
Down,
You're a parachute.
I
You're
don't know what
driving.
to do because
Grab the
I'm
microphone.
gas. You see,
Goodwin to Tower,
just
Goodwin
a
to Tower.
minute.
Do you
Just a
read?
minute. Have you got a pilot's license?
No.
Just then the motor sputtered and died.
No motor. It's
No
dead.
motor, dead.
Dead, yes.
I said to myself, Bill, this is it.
You grabbed the microphone.
Yeah, and dropped the blonde.
Oh, yes, the blonde is right there.
I said, Goodwin to Tower, Goodwin to Tower.
Did they read you?
No, they were brushing their teeth.
They were brushing their teeth?
Well, can you blame them? More dentists recommend Dr. Wilson's than any other dentifrice.
Bill, unless you were killed, I don't want to hear the finish.
The finish is nothing. Blonde and I stepped out of the plane and walked out of the hangar.
You were in a hangar?
Well, certainly. How could you take off with no gas?
Turn around and I'll show you.
Please, George. That's why I can't take Blanche and Gracie to the movies. This experience has made me a nervous wreck.
You're making this all up.
Yeah. It's a lie.
I know it was a lie.
I had a date with the blonde tonight.
Who is she?
I don't know. She was in the plane when I bought it.
Goodbye, Bill. I'll see you later.
Yeah, so long, George.
Wait a minute, Bill.
Huh?
The doll.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, the doll. Isn't that better?
Better.
We got to keep this believable. Now, more plot. 2 hours later. The wives want to go to the movies. The husbands want to go to the fights. Who's going to win this battle? The weaker sex or the stronger sex? I hope it's the weaker sex. I'm dying to see the fight. But I can't wait for Harry Morton to come to my house. I've got an idea that's murder. I thought of it myself. You know, oh, they're the Mortons. I got to let them in. I'll be back. After the Come in. Glad Gracie's upstairs, Gracie.
Oh, I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
Well, genius, what do you got cooking?
Step over here.
Over here.
Get this idea. We'll tell the girls that Bill Goodwin invited the 4 of us to his house to play a card game called Kleebob. You see?
Kleebob?
Yeah. What's Kleebob? There's no such a game. That's the idea. See? Now, the girls will say, you boys play Kleebob, we'll go to the movies. While they're at the movies...
We go to the fights.
The fights.
Levers.
The Olympics tonight.
I like it.
The girls.
You say something funny?
Well, if we're going to the movies, let's get started, huh?
Oh, wait a minute. I knew I had something to tell you. Bill Goodwin just phoned, and he wants us to go to his house to play cards. He wants us to play Kleebob.
Well, all right, let's go.
You know how to play Kleebob?
No.
Well, we can learn it. She'll show us. Come on, let's put our
All
phones
right.
down, Gracie.
Well, Houdini, get out of this one.
I'll make up a game that will drive them crazy. Get the cards and tables ready.
All right.
Get them ready. Girls, come on out.
All right.
Gonna play Kleebob.
Oh, all right.
You love this, Blanche.
Now, Blanche, I want you to sit there.
Okay.
Because you got to keep
Where
score.
was
I'm going to
Gracie?
keep score.
You sit down there. You keep
And
score.
Gracie, you stand. No, she's standing back of me. Gotta show you the. And an ashtray, please.
Yeah, all
That's it.
Mark down George and Harry. Huh?
George and Harry. Oh, this is quite a game.
Haven't played in a long time.
Yeah, last time I played this was in Altoona.
They play it there.
Oh, yes. that's
George
where
and
I saw it.
Harry, Mark.
George and
I
Harry.
got it, I got
George.
Good.
How
Now,
many cards?
9 cards.
9 cards.
3 apiece. 3. 3. 3.
9.
3. Now.
Got
what's
George
this?
and Harry?
George and Harry.
Right. Now, this is very, very easy. Here we go. Moolah.
Klitsch.
You lucky dog. It's your lead.
2 of hearts.
Jack of diamonds. I dribble. Give me 1,400 points.
1,400 points?
I dribbled.
And dribbled. Mark on the George, 1,400 points. He
1,400.
dribbled.
1,400.
George dribbled.
9 of hearts.
Revolving queen. 900 points, honey.
900
Oh,
points.
hold it. Have you got the 4 of diamonds?
No.
Make that 800, please.
Oh, I forgot.
800 from 14.
800. Right. Put it down. Deuce of clubs.
5 of clubs.
4 spades.
King of spades.
Broadway. Give me 2,000 points.
1,000 points. See, Harry, you're very stupid at this game.
Stupid, am I? Match this, George. Tralafass.
Tralafash. Huh?
Tralafass.
Oh, well. Jack of clubs.
Clebob. Give me 20,000 points, Black.
20,000.
Just a minute. Hold it, please. Clebob is 10,000 points.
I was holding the cards in my right hand, and Mumperts count double.
I forgot about that. I've played it since Altoona.
Hey, just a minute. Harry Morton loses. He forgot to mention the spinning king.
Spinning king. Gracie, come here a minute. Do you know how to play Clebob?
No, but I know Mogul.
Mogul?
Yeah, don't you remember the time you wanted to go to the baseball game and you taught me Mogul? Where do you want to go tonight, honey?
To the movies to see Gregory Peck. Come, we'll all go.